The day before, a murder had happened at this exclusive resort. And that's why the reporter was booking a ride there now. She was actually doing research for a news story on the crime. And of course, she's now very curious to hear about Uzan's passenger's strange behavior from the morning of the homicide. Now, it's possible it was a coincidence that Uzan just happened to pick someone who was socially awkward but unrelated to the crime. But the details were just too eerie for the reporter to ignore. I mean, imagine this. You get in the car and she's like, I'm going here because of a murder. And he's like, whoa, I picked someone up here yesterday that was acting so weird. It's just eerie. It's hard to ignore, especially in light of what the reporter already knew about the case. So the victim had been a woman named Sabina Rosas. She was born in Tajikistan, which is a country in Central Asia. When Sabina was young, her nation was ripped apart in the Civil War. So she spent several years moving from place to place, looking for a safe home, until she actually ended up in the United States in 2009. Now, at that time, she was 17 years old, and she had big dreams of becoming a visual artist. Luckily, she got into a good school in New York City and then graduated with a degree in film and media studies. From there, she had to do the hard work of finding a way to make a living in a very competitive field. It took a long time, but eventually Sabina developed a style all her own. Now, many of the victims' paintings were inspired by dreams or by imagery she'd seen during meditation sessions. Sometimes she'd actually paint with her eyes closed. That way, she'd resist the impulse to overthink about what her work looked like. She'd just trust the brush to know where to go. I mean, Sabina was a free spirit, which could get her into trouble at times. According to the Hindustan Times, Sabina was arrested at least once in 2023 after she got into a fight in Miami. The brawl left her with a black eye, and she was charged with battery after the incident.